Hello, this is a Robin's Nest by Terry, and this is Thrifted Creations. The host is the Grace Life DIY Home Decor and Buckeye Girls Decor and Lifestyle. Today, Terry will be refreshing and redoing a Dollar Tree Valentine's Day sign into a bee sign.
Like this. It did take me 2 coats of white to cover all that pink. And then I've got 2 coats of yellow. I did use Deco Art's Sunny Day. I prefer cadmium yellow, but didn't have that. You can even see, so I like the signs from Dollar General. I probably should have flipped it over and done this side. Would have been better than to try to cover that, because now I can see some indentations where the words were. But I just want to show you this real quick. So this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to tilt you just a little bit more. Okay, does that look all right? All right, so let's turn this into a hive. And I'm not worried about getting it up there on the metal because it's easy to wipe off. And I don't want this to take over my 45 minutes, which always happens anyway, but we're going to try to do it. So try to get it done on time. And the only reason I'm doing it on this board is because it was a, of course, something that was laying around easy. I didn't have to have my husband cut it. And my friend Colleen made one similar to this on a different shape. Maybe it was even a jar. But when I did it on a door hanger, I made it in a beehive shape. And actually, I probably would have never thought of doing it on a different shape. So, but this would be cute, like out in your, right beside your front door. Now that I hope you're all enjoying spring weather. I hear those of you up north, or back my friend Colleen, who I was just talking about, had 87 degrees with snow on the ground today. I'm like, that would have been the best viral video to go out there and shoot, showing the temperature and the snow both at the same time. 87 with snow. Wouldn't that be something that you wouldn't hear a weatherman say very often? Well, it's going to be high of 87 today. Still snow on the ground. All right, so you can see that that doesn't take long at all to do. Hi, Virginia. Hi, Cheryl. It's 80 in North Carolina, too. Yeah, it's in the high 80s here, too. It was kind of miserable. But it would have been worse because they went from 37 to 80. Like, I wonder how many people get sick in that kind of weather. But it's supposed to be down in the 50s next week, so we'll see. All right, I want to do something pretty big because I want to fill up as much room as possible so I don't have to put a lot of detail in. So the opening is going to be pretty big on this one. Because if you want to be quick, you can't put a lot of detail. It's gotta go in there pretty quickly. Okay, let's dry it up because I'm gonna go ahead and put the lettering in there first. Hi, Sherry. I need to lay my hand in there because I need to brace my hand because I really shake a lot. Okay. Let's just make it simple. Let's just do buzz on in. You could do be happy, be welcome. Let's grab a brush. So I like showing you how to paint on things like this because you got $1.25 invested in it. You know, if you mess up, it's no big deal. You throw it away, you grab another one. You know, just so much easier than trying to find just the right brush. And okay. Holy cow, you got all kinds of surgeries going on. Man, Marilyn, be kind. Be kind's a really a good one for right now, because you know what? I don't know what it is, if it's the weather change, but I've run into some pretty unkind people lately. I don't know what it is, and it's been online, it's been out in person. It is. I don't know what the heck the problem is, but I see, and it's not just me, I see it happening to other people too. It's like, you don't, if you don't have anything nice to say, nobody really needs your opinion if it's not a good one. So we will put I'm not a big K lover when it comes to lettering, so I'm surprised that I did that one. When I letter, I base my saying on the letters. So it's like, I love Merry Christmas because I love M's. That's right. Don't let him get to you. Hi, Belinda. It's nobody's problem but theirs, but you do take it personally. Even though everyone says, don't take it personally, it's okay. You still do. I don't care who you are. All right, let's fatten up some of these letters so that we have that faux calligraphy look that you hear everyone talk about. And so this is basically how you do it. You just stay on one side and make those lines a little bit thicker, just like that. Oops. Could have made my K a little fancier. I'll just put it going up that way now. And then we'll put a cute B by the door so that it will be something that, I know the lettering looks intimidating, but you can just take a black paint marker and do the same thing. Sometimes, well, I think a recipe looks intimidating to me, so I can't really say a whole lot about people feeling intimidated when I could sit here and say, it's really not intimidating to paint. It's really, you know, it's easier for some than others. it's a lot easier for some of you to cook than it is for me. I find no pleasure in cooking. It's just something that my husband tells me all the time. If you just put a little love in it, it would turn out better. But I'm pretty good. My kids are grown, and you know how to cook, so I'm good. Christelle, did you use stencils? I'm a bad stenciler. I don't have any patience. And I don't get my paint off enough. I can just hand letter it, I feel, faster than I can stencil. But I don't use a lot of words in any of my things anymore. Because when I did craft shows, I did lots and lots of signs. I had them all. I had live well, laugh often, love much, sit long, talk much, laugh often, always kiss me goodnight, laundry room, drop your drawers here. I'll be, what was that other one? Man, I used to be able to rattle them off. And then I saw a kid on a reel or a Facebook somewhere, and he comes down into his mom's kitchen and he stops and he starts reading her wall. He starts saying all those things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, people have bought too many words for their walls. And then that was enough to convince me that I was done doing a lot of things with words, just because and at the end of our shows back in 2018, 2019, you know, I personalized a lot. And it was like, I don't want to put welcome, because you know how many welcome signs people have? It's like you walk up on their porch and it's welcome here, welcome there, welcome everywhere. You know, kind of like the whole Dr. Seuss thing. Let's say, well, how many times can we say and see the word welcome? It's kind of like a kid's game. How many times do you see the word welcome? So it's hard for me to write that word. Very hard. Yeah, you bet. Cheryl, and I'm not going to say that because you could tell me that I could crochet and I'd say absolutely not. So it's what you learn and what you are comfortable with. I'm not saying that you can't learn it, because you can. And I've taught some people how to paint that are better painters than I am now, who never picked up a brush till they joined one of my groups. And yeah, they pick up on it. It's kind of, I'm going to say it's kind of a natural ability, just like anything else. God didn't make me to be a cook. He made lots of people that can cook, but he didn't give me that gift. I have no interest. So, you know, it's kind of like people who can sew, but if you're willing to try, it's something that you could easily learn. So, it's just what you enjoy doing. So if you would enjoy doing painting, it would be something that I would say, yeah, you should really do it. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's just put a simple bee, some few little flowers, and some leaves. That's all it's going to be. Quick, simple. I don't even know what color I want his face to be. Your bee can have a yellow face or a black face, and I think we'll do yellow. Maybe put an Eddie Monster hat on him. That's what I call that little dip that, you know, comes down like he'd have black with that dip between his eyes. So maybe he has an Eddie Munster haircut. We're going to come down. They've got these little... And it's easier if you don't... I don't know how to draw. Mine has to come out with the paint. And then I can figure it out. And I know most people draw, then paint. But I do it backwards from everyone else. I have to sit here and paint it out. So inside of my groups, it's like you don't even get a line drawing until after I'm done, because I'm pretty much designing it while I'm sitting here talking you through it. And then it's like, okay, I got this done. Tomorrow I'll give you the line drawing. I just find it easier that way because I'm always last minute too. I'm the one who's sitting there an hour ago when they said, I saw your name on the schedule tonight. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I'm rushing around trying to figure out what to do. Christelda, you're right. If you don't love what you do, why do it? It's kind of like when I was cleaning out my bedroom the other day. By the way, I teach exercise classes, and somebody, Miss Doris, told me, oh, I saw on Pinterest that if you're cleaning your closet or your dressers, that you should put all that stuff on your bed, because you know what? You won't go to bed at night because you won't have any room. When I started cleaning out my closet, I had a floor full of stuff to donate or pitch, and the stuff that needed to go back in is still on my bed. If I wasn't so embarrassed by the look of my bed last night, I took a picture of it. It was almost a post today saying this is what happens when you think you're going to clean, because my couch isn't comfortable. It's a new couch. It's not broken. And I didn't have very big space to sleep last night. Let's just put it that way. And you know what? It's going to happen tonight because I didn't feel like doing it today either. So when people tell you to clean like that, don't listen to them, because you will find a way to scoot all that stuff over and you're not going to have a great night's sleep, because those 2 mink coats that I couldn't pass up at the thrift store, don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they're laying on my bed, and it's like these big heavy coats, all these clothes. It wasn't good. I should have just never started. You guys ever start cleaning and you clean one spot really good, and then my husband will say, wow, it looks really good, but then look at this room. And everything I took out of one room is now in another room. He hates it when I do that. What's the sense of cleaning? You're cleaning one room and just transferring it to another room. Oh, it was bad last night. I just said heck with it. I just crawled in bed, had a little corner, pushed it all to the side. And I went to exercise class today and I said, Doris, that did not work. I didn't go home out of my shop until 12:30. And the thought of putting clothes away at 12:30 at night did not appeal to me. So that was my day. And then on this jar lid, since we're doing this, we can rust up that lid up there too. I know, Kathy, I have tried so hard in my shop. Christelda, if I wasn't so embarrassed of it, I'd show you my brand new building. But I did get one table cleaned off. So no judgment call here, because I'm going to tilt you up inside of my newly built building. Look I cleaned off the one table that you see over there because I've got 4 tables and then one across the end. These tables were supposed to be work tables. That is not happening. All they're doing is collecting junk. So my thing is, that's why you see one clean table. This table's getting cleaned off, and those two tables are getting out of here because they will never be work tables. All they will ever be are clutter collectors. So it's going. I can't. I would rather have shelves put up than tables because you can't go do anything anyway. It's full of stuff. So if you saw, I've had a glow forge sitting in my building for 2 years, and I never took it out of the box till a couple days ago. And so that's my whole thing for cleaning right now. I told my husband was going to go get wood the other day. I said, nope, I don't want any wood for it until my shop is clean and my wall boards are up, because we've got the insulation in here, but we do not have the wall boards up. So it's like, I'm not starting another rabbit hole until we get this rabbit hole finished. So that's my life, and you're supposed to do that. Remember, if you were with me in January, and I was going to clean and organize, and I did really well. But nobody tells you that you have to clean that all the time. I was kind of under the impression, oh, let me get all this neat and organized, not remembering that that's fine that you do that, but you got to do it every day when you're done. It's kind of like when you were a kid and you were told you had to clean your room. Well, I'm not a kid anymore, and I don't have anybody to tell me that I have to clean my shop when I go to bed. So, kind of out of that. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead. I really should have this dry because I'm not a good wet on wet person. I have some friends who can just paint and they just never dry anything. Mine would be a muddy mess if I did that. So, Yvette, you are right. There's not enough hours. You can't be creative. And so, Yvette, you know what I told the people inside of my group? I'm done. I'm not going to try anymore. I'm just going to enjoy my stuff. I'm just done worrying about it. I'm just going to enjoy it because I could take it away, but it's going to come back, so why take it away? I don't think that organization fits a creative mind very well. So one day it would be like, you've been purged. I've got to purge because my husband can't get in here with the wall board. That's why I can't do any more with the machine. So I got to get my wall board put up, and he can't maneuver around all this stuff. So he pulled his trailer up beside my building, and I'm going to put it on the trailer and move it to the storage unit where it can sit for the rest of my years. And the kids can deal with it. But I have been taking a lot to the thrift store. I took lots of, now that we have our own Dollar Tree in town, I don't have to buy by the quantity. I took all that crap to the thrift store. I was like, I've had enough. You can. I mean, it's just something quick and easy. And let's see. Let's put some details in it. We need the be kind. My yellow's not great, but it could have used a couple more coats, but we're going to put a lot of black on here, so you're not going to see much of it. Last one I did had some pretty little eyes. This guy apparently is going to have some big ones. Let's give him the Eddie Munster look. Forgot to close my window. You're going to hear the train. Put some stripes on him. That's drying. Need some more black. I know it. I never notice the train until I'm live, and then I notice it. Ours is about 4 blocks away. You like that sound, Kathy? Oh, Jamie, were you in Charleston? Linda, this one's not going to be for sale, but the other one is, if I know where it's at. And it's not going to be this weekend because I haven't even sent them off to be done yet, but these are the ones. Actually, I haven't decided because they're both pretty much the same. So this is one that I taught inside of our group. And I kind of like one's face better than the other. But these are the ones that I'm going to have run because I got like 2.5 hours in this. This one's just going to be, I'm just trying to show you a cute, easy project. I hope it's easy for you. Lori, that's the one you want? I love that one. It's pretty. Yeah, this isn't going to be one that I remake because when you run things like that and have them printed, you want them to be your best work. Yeah. Okay, well that dries. I've got a lot of black in there. So we're just going to put a little nose. We'll put it in here brown. Now it's going to look a lot better once we get the eyes put in there. The eyes are what makes everything look so much better. Oh, thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Most of the time it comes out. In fact, I've been on a pretty good roll lately. I mean, I'll tell you when I'm having some off times, because they do happen. In fact, it was when I tried to make that snowman chicken last month. And people were saying, oh, we need to make something out of season. And I learned real quick that I can't force things, and I'm not ready for more snow. So it's like I had to take a day off, regroup, and it's like everything since then, it's been really good. I tell you, it was so bad I was ready to stop. Becky, this is this sign. I bought a few of these after Valentine's Day. And you can catch it from the beginning. I just went over it with white and then added in, I gotta get those stripes. I'm gonna be running my hand through it. A little bit too much black there. So I did a free group just before, back in February or March, using all Dollar Tree items, and I showed you how to paint it, putting it all together. So to that group, I'm going to come up with another design for summer, and it's a free group, and I will be posting it on my page when I've got it ready. Or you can go join that Easter group now. It's got the rabbit line drawing in it. And I'll be posting a new tutorial inside of that. Kind of wishing I hadn't put that eye in yet, but we're in. I need to highlight first, or oh, well, we'll do it after that dries up. Let's put a little, I need just a little bit of red for some cheeks. Because now that we're starting to put these things in, now it's going to start coming together pretty quickly. Oh, Christelda, I'm ready for everybody to have farm animal Christmas trees. That's what I'm banking on this year. Hi, Francis. How are you? I'm banking on those. I'm getting ready to head to North Carolina again in a couple weeks. I'm in Damon Oates' mastermind, and we meet 3 times a year, and so getting ready to head there. Even though my homework from last time isn't done yet. So it's going to be kind of like my taxes. I finally got my taxes turned in yesterday. And she's like, well, it's so late now that I'm filing an extension for you. I'm like, but I got them done. She goes, I'm not sitting up all night because you waited till the last minute. So, but they're done anyway. Man, I am the worst at procrastinating. Put some cute little eyelashes in here. She's getting there. Now's when she'll start looking better. And start adding all the details. got a little crooked, but it's going to stay for right now. Let me dry that up because I need to get into those eyes a little bit more. Got to bring him to life now. Now he's just base coated sitting there, and we got to make him. Now's where you have to make him look good. So up until this point, anybody can do this. I mean, it's no different than what I've just done is basically paint by number. Nothing hard. It's just learning the next few things that will really take your painting even further. I would normally, I'm not going to waste time getting blue out, but you could put a couple colors here. This is a brush I've been cutting on and I didn't notice until I started. But it's going to work. For a moment. And then your next challenge, well, it's not a challenge to get it base coated. That's the easy part. Hold on. Extend this down just a little bit so those whites have some white in them. Put a little bit of white on this nose. Still got to let those eyes dry up a little bit. Touch it with just a little bit of white up here. I'm going to add a little bit of white kind of right in the middle of his face. And that's got some darkness in it. Okay, let's leave those for a moment. And not a whole lot left. We're just going to shade up between our stripes. Hi, Charlotte, how are you? Let's see. So I'm going to take my light brown again. And my black really got thick in there. Just watch how now these stripes are going to transform and they're going to look, this one's going to look so much better than these. And this is where when you learn how to shade and highlight, you can take any painting and make it better. If you notice, there's a lot of painters now that skip this, especially some of the younger door hanger people, they skip this process. And I think a lot of the door hangers have, you know, they don't look complete. And if you just add in a few of these extra touches, it just really brings it all to life. I mean, you can just see him transform right now. And if I could convince more of those younger girls to do this, although it does take more time, it would just so improve just a little bit. Right now we need some white scrubbed into those blacks stripes. I'm not going to finish in my 45 minutes. I thought I could. It's going to be close. That's why I'm always last, or I try to be. Because otherwise, I got to come back and do it on my own page, and I don't like doing that, because if I lose you, then it's hard for you to remember to go look. And just going to just scrub some white in there. And we don't have to do much at all to our wings because we want them kind of translucent. I do need to clean that mess up I made. Let's add in the details, and you're going to see that this, I'm not going to be able to get the flowers in. Let's see. And why I'm trying to pull out to the side, I don't know. Because that never works. But I always, even though I can make a mistake, I always use that as a learning experience. Sure, I got my tip took a little curve there, but after I'm done, I just go back in. It may take a couple coats of just going over it with some white, and we're done with that. Okay, let's just put a few lines in here. And you don't have to use a paintbrush like I do. You can do the same thing by getting the real, well, they're called extra fine paint markers. You can use those just as easy. So all we have to do now is just kind of clean everything up. Cute, cute. I'm happy with him. Let's do just a little bit of grapevine. Because it kind of looks incomplete without anything on it. So maybe we'll just put some leaves in here. Oh, thank you, Lori. Let's see. Let's use some two-tone green. So I'm going to brush with, I did a watermelon yesterday, or last week was watermelon week. And watermelon are perfect with this sour apple. And I am about out, so I have to shake it out. But for those of you who weren't here at the beginning, look how good that watermelon turned out. I am in love with it. Hi, Carolyn from Iowa. Hi, Shayna. You got some markers? Good for you. You can buy them at Amazon, too. That's where I usually get mine because I'm bad about keeping lids on and tight and all the things. All right, let's fill it up really easy with just a few leaves. I'll add some color to it. Kind of hide the bare spots. My paint isn't showing a really deep color, but I'm okay with that. We're just going to, they don't need to really stand out that much, but you can always go back over them a second time. I can put some, actually, that's what I'll do, is put some of that sour apple more on the ones on the black area. Then you can just do those simple the dotted flowers. I kind of wanted a cluster of daisies there, but time ran out on me. So you can take, you want to make sure that the end of your brush is really clean, because if it's not, you're just going to have flowers that keep having black on the bottom. And pretty much every brush I own, this one might be good. Oh, this one's good. Let's just add in a few other flowers. I'm already over my time anyway. Hi, Rula, how are you? Is it Lene from Norway? My family is from Norway. My relatives that all live in North Dakota all migrated from Norway. So, I spent most of my summers up there, and my favorite food are all the Norwegian flour. I always say when I go home that my family up there, they all live on flour, sugar, cream, and butter. That's their only 4 food groups. I seriously swear that they eat nothing but those things. Oh, well, I'm glad you're following. Oh, you haven't got any sleep? Oh no. Well, we're about done. I know, I've had days like that too, where I just can't sleep, but then once morning strikes, then I'm ready to go to bed, and just ruins the whole next day for me. All right, so you can be just as simple as that. I'm going to show you a really quick flower so you don't have to do the big open daisies. It's just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These we used to do back in the 90s or however long I've been painting. So all you do is make a circle with them, and then you're just going to, I'll just show you real quick and finish these up later. I'll post a picture here on Craft Around the Clock. Take whatever color that's already on my palette, and I'm just going to put a dot in the middle. Just like that. So you could put those around. Let's see if I've got the right brush. Oh, I stuck my hand or something over there. Let's see. So you could do, oh, I really got it there, didn't I? Crap. Well, that's the joy of painter's life, but it always is easy to clean up. I'll have to go back and spot touch it. But I'm really good at spot touching because I do it quite a bit. I don't know where that green all came from, but we'll get it out of there. So everybody, that's my segment for tonight. What started as the Valentine's Day jar from Dollar Tree. Actually, ours were 62 cents because it was after Valentine's Day. And we totally transformed it with a little bit of paint. That's so oops. Let me just show you this real quick. This won't take long because I don't want that silver there. So I'm just going to mix some of my black and brown together. I get kind of a rusty color, and we're just going to wipe it on here. Then you can make a bow for it. I'm not a great bow maker either. I kind of feel like leave the bow making to the people who have all the ribbon. If I ever go down the bow rabbit hole, I don't need all that ribbon. So I'm going to stay in my own lane, as everybody says. Stay in your own lane. I'm not going down the rabbit holes of doing anything but painting. So see, that just made, you still have, I want some of that to still shine through. And then what I really need to do, hold on, because this is where I start to slow down, because I can see now where things I want to change or things that need to be done. So I could sit here for another 2 hours and work on this. I thought I had cinnamon over here, but you know what? I think I took it home. I think I was running out of cinnamon for my coffee, and I took it home because I had a brand new bottle here. But if you put cinnamon on top of this, it'll smell good. It'll look rusty. You'll never be able to tell that you had that ugly silver thing up there. And then after that dries, I'd go back and just touch it lightly with some white here and there. And you could even mix it up with a little bit of red. But you want it to be, you don't want to mix your colors too much. Just dip your brush in the brown and the black and just start splattering it like that. So, all right, guys, we got a bee done out of